Are you heading to the Grand Canyon for the first time? Maybe you're even driving down from Las Vegas. Let my personal first time experience and this guide help you with your upcoming trip. Check it out. If you like what you see, why don't you think about subscribing? And make sure to check out my channel for videos just like this. What is going on, people? It's your boy, Mr. Bucket List, and here today I'm at the Grand Canyon South Rim, here to give you some tips and tricks to help you make the best of your time while you're there. Let's check it out. Tip: you want to get there early. Now, when I first decided to go here, I did go ahead and go on Google, and it told me that the place actually opened up around, I think it said either 8 or 9 a.m. But when I actually got there to the drive-through window, the guy told me, he said, hey, we're 24 hours, so you can come and leave at any time period. So don't listen to that. I would still recommend to get there around 8 or 9 if you're not really a morning person. I had no issues getting in. It was a nice, smooth transaction, easy to get in, easy to park, no problems at all. So get there as early as possible. Now, if you do get there early, another tip is you want to plan your bus routes and points of interest ahead of time. Basically, there's a lot of stuff to see there, and you can't see everything in one day. So if you're like me, where I literally only just had one day in the Grand Canyon, I had a 4-hour drive back to Las Vegas, you want to make sure you know where you're going ahead of time. And even when you do actually take the bus and you go on little stops, you don't want to spend too long at each different point because, I mean, there's a lot to see, there's a lot of different viewpoints. So what I personally did was I basically kind of went on the bus schedule. I would stop at a place for 15 minutes, and then when the next bus came 15 minutes later, I would jump on that bus and just keep going on so I could see as much as possible while using that free transportation. Now, if you're doing a lot of running around like me, one thing you definitely don't want to do is tip. If you're not an experienced hiker, do not walk to the bottom of the canyon. Now, personally, I didn't know that we can actually do this until this lady that was helping me take my pictures, and she was like, make sure you walk down to the bottom of the canyon because the views from the bottom up, it's unbeatable. It's so amazing. And so I said, you know what, I'll go ahead and try it out. And so I started walking down there, and a couple things happened. When you're walking down to the bottom of the canyon, it feels like you're sliding and slipping, so I just really felt like I was going to fall off the side of the little ramp. And two, I mean, literally just walking down there, and then I turned around halfway just to see how far I went down. And just to get back up is such a hard, it will knock the wind out of you if you're not an experienced hiker or somebody that doesn't do a lot of walking on a daily basis. It's going to be extremely tough. So unless you're someone that is extremely in shape and just who does this on a daily basis, you do not want to go down there. I promise you, because it will put a hamper on your trip when you get back up. You'll be so exhausted, especially now at the summertime. It's just, honestly, it's not worth it. And it's time consuming as well. So it's a lot of reasons why you don't want to necessarily go to the bottom unless you're there for a couple of days. Then maybe try it out. Now, this next tip should be a no-brainer, but either way, I still want to point it out because it's extremely important, is you want to bring some type of refillable water bottle or just some type of bottle in general. Now, not only because, of course, it's extremely hot, you're in the middle of the desert, and it's a lot of walking, but the main reason why is because they actually have these little stations all around at each little point. They have, like, basically, it's like bathrooms and then these stations where you can refill the water at. Now, when I first saw it, I thought it was for the animals because there's like a bunch of animals that were just sitting around just chilling. But it's actually, they have a side for animals and they have a side for actual humans like ourselves. So basically, you just put your water bottle up there and just refill it and just kind of keep on going. So you want to have something to actually be able to keep that water. They have little plastic cups as well, but you want to have your own water bottle so you can make sure that you have it just in case you really need it. Now, as far as my last pointer for this video, it's going to sound kind of funny, but I'm dead serious when I say it. Tip: have someone else take you and your family's pictures. And the main reason why I say that is it is so dangerous and so many people have fallen off of the actual cliff and died due to trying to take selfies and not really knowing what they're doing, or people trying to get those amazing shots and they try to do it on their own without any type of assistance and they slip and fall and get hurt, die. It's just extremely dangerous. I mean, when you go to the Grand Canyon, you're going to see a bunch of areas that have rails and you'll see a bunch of areas that don't. You can easily, if you don't know what you're doing, if you're not paying attention, you can easily walk backwards and end up falling off. It's so dangerous where you can end up getting yourself killed by trying to get the perfect selfie. It's no joke. People do die in the Grand Canyon every year due to just mistakes. And so that's the last thing you're going to do. You'll see when you're actually in the Grand Canyon, A lot of people are willing to take your picture and tell you where to take a picture at, and a lot of people are just really friendly and helpful there. So I mean, even if you're a solo person like myself, you can easily have somebody take your pictures for you. Just do not walk with a camera in front of your face and walk backwards. That is the dumbest thing to do in a place like the Grand Canyon. You will die. So I hope you all enjoyed this video. This is just my personal experience of what worked out for me for my first time at the Grand Canyon. If there's some things that I missed that you all noticed that I missed, please go ahead and leave it in the comments below for other people to help them out as well, and maybe potentially for me for a second trip. Until then, I'll see you next time. It's your boy Mr. Bucket List. Peace out. Thanks for watching the video. If you like what you saw, please check out my channel for more videos just like this. Make sure to hit that subscribe button. Until then, I'll see you next time. Peace.